Actually like this woman, by the way, but pop sensation former Disney star Demi Lovato has found, wait for it, herself. I said her, back in the press for the most infuriating of reasons. Last year, remember, Lovato changed her pronouns to they, them in order to, quote, feel human at her core. I can sense Twitter woke-topians, by the way, primed and ready to accuse me of deliberately misgendering her, but put that phone down, log out of your account, because less than 15 months later, Demi has had a change of heart.
I've actually adopted the pronouns of she, her again. So for me, recently I've been feeling more feminine. And so I've adopted she, her again. But I think what's important is like, nobody's perfect. And especially when people are learning, it's just all about respect.
Demi now lists she, her, as well as they, them in her Instagram bio, which as far as I'm concerned, confuses the matter even more. Demi, I mean, if I were to bump into you onto the street, what do I call you? Does it change on any given day? If so, how is anyone supposed to know what you're identified as for the moment? I mean, why are they even there in the first place, Adam Brooks? I just don't
utter nonsense. I tweeted something today and I was called a bigot. At the end of the day, I cannot understand why the average person puts pronouns in their bios.
What are your pronouns?
I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to call me. But look, it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. You know, because we know, of course you're a he. Right. Of course you're a she, Ashley. You know.
Hold up. I noticed that Ashley had pronouns in her bio on Instagram. And is that so because you're feeling quite feminine at the moment?
No, look, I'm always she, her, and proud to be so.
But why do you have to define it?
The reason I put pronouns in my bio, which is, by the way, it's a tick box. I didn't have to do.
And what are your pronouns? Sorry.
She and her. Yours are he and him.
No, I have
unless you tell me otherwise, in which case I will respect those pronouns. But the reason I changed it is because apparently for lots of people who struggle with identity, whether they are trans, whether they are. By the way, I didn't grow up in this environment where we talked about gender. It was always presumed. But I was told that the more we do it, the more it allows other people to feel comfortable to express their gender.
So it's a woke
if it's not obvious.
So you do it as a woke virtue signalling thing to make yourself feel better.
No, it doesn't change my life at all. And equally, it doesn't change your life at all. But I'm also not offended at addressing someone as they, their. In French, I speak French, they have il, elle, on. And it's kind of like, for me, it's the same thing. It's using another pronoun that makes someone feel comfortable.
But what I don't understand is, and I'm going to be...
What are yours, Amanda?
That bitch who writes to the Daily Mail. I'm afraid if that's much loved, I have to say.
Cougar.
Oh, Adam, calm down.
Watch it.
Sorry.
Green room talk is private.
Right,
OK, I'm really confused because why do you need to call someone they or them when it's just one person? Why do you need a plural pronoun?
This is what I hate. This is what I hate.
I just don't understand
English language.
If someone can explain to me, that's the thing I'm really, really confused about. If
well,
you
Rod
want to
Little is going to be here in just a moment, right? And Rod Little's going to be here in just a moment. He gets really annoyed about this too because...
Do you think he can explain that?
But it doesn't affect him and it doesn't affect you.
They change... the pronouns that he uses for people writing columns. Now, I've had this experience where I've worked for newspapers and I've been told I have to write an entire 1,000 words without using he or him or she or her. And what I hate about it, because I'm a great lover of the English language, and what I hate is this is rolling back the English language because they, them doesn't work.
There is no way in the world that would have happened.
But it's happening.
Excuse me. I'm saying on the Daily Mail...
No.
No one would ever in a million years try and do that to me.
Was that a different newspaper?
I am just confused that I just don't understand what you're supposed to call people.
It's a fashionable thing.
Or do you...
It's not.
And what do you... If you see someone...
What about this Demi Lovato thing? What about Demi
Renee...
Lovato? Because 18 months ago she tells us all, I'm going to be they, them, I don't have a gender. Now all of a sudden she says, I'm back to being a woman. Are we meant to play along with this lunacy?
Yeah, look, I don't know so much about Demi Lovato, but I also agree that is annoying, and I'm sure it's frustrating for lots of people who feel like they are misgendered all the time. And for me personally, it doesn't affect my life
changed
at all.
her gender.
Yeah, and I agree. That's annoying.
I don't think they should be able to change. That's what I would say. Once you've decided, you can't change.
But look, trans people get misgendered all the time.
I googled today. I can't even say it. It's like Zem.
Zizer or something like.
So if someone asked me to call them that, I'd laugh in their face. I'm not being horrible, and I respect people and their choices.
Horrible.
No, but I couldn't help myself but laughing because it makes no sense.
But look,
the only solution is every time you see someone who walks along and you don't know what to call them, you just go, "Oi, you."
No, but I wouldn't laugh to be horrible. I couldn't help myself.
Times are changing whether we like it or not. And if my son ever says to me, I don't identify with being a he or him, would you call me they? Of course I would, because I want him to feel comfortable to be who he wants to be. And I think that's polite.
I would not ever let him go like that. I would say, I'll cut your fingers off if you do that.
This is a fashion trend.
Then I'm going to keep my son away from you, Amanda.
This will die out.